I can't get reception with that thing where it's at. So he moved his up here, which is why it went out the window.
Everything is new. It looks killer, dude. You think people actually use these?
T-Rex radius arms on that cloud.
I mean, it looks serious.
I can't get reception with that thing where it's at. And you seem like you're okay, right? Mm-hmm. And some people were saying maybe it's this thing. I can't believe that piece of plastic is doing anything. Because if you look at where it's lined up.
So your Garmin has a hard time.
Yeah, this last time it was just going crazy.
Which, by the way, let's look at that real quick because people keep asking. But what it does is it slides in on the side. So if you remove this, this is the Garmin, and this is the one that you see fly out of somebody else's car. But then this is attached, and it literally just uses like compression and slides in on either side of.
Yeah, and see how
it slides in on either side of the radio here. So a slide in to these seams.
whenever it's hot, mine slides out. And see how it's bowed?
Yeah.
To create tension on the sides, right?
Sure.
I don't know if that's the right bow, and maybe we should bow it the other way.
Mine does pretty good.
You have never had your slide out?
No.
Mine comes out every time it's hot.
Maybe that.
Yeah, so now it's bent in. So now it's going to hug the head unit instead of hugging the outside. And you basically just put the edges in here. Yeah, see now it's kind of tight.
It's almost two.
Yeah.
But that feels freaking tight, dude.
Yeah, it feels tight. So then you look at the windshield here and you say, where else would I put it? And the guy who lost his, I had a conversation with him, and he was having this same problem with not getting reception. So he moved his up here.
Huh.
Which is why it went out the window. You can see a better picture of it here. It comes out from underneath the GT3 and flies through the air, barely misses Matt's car, and goes right around my car.
Right, because the windows are down.
And when I look at that, it blocks my vision. I don't want that there. Some people put it up here.
deal with it here.
Some people put it up here. I don't really want it there. Some people put it over here.
That would suck too.
I thought that might be good. I don't want it.
Not if you're strapped in. If you're strapped in, then you got to reach over and.
Yeah. Plus, it's blocking the apex. I don't want. I hate my vision being blocked, which is why I like it here. Yeah. So the only thing I can think of is to bring it higher up, maybe. But I don't think that's going to make it any better reception-wise.
Now, it does take a little bit of time to be able to get reception. So for those of you who don't know, you have to coordinate the satellite. So like, for instance, if you... This is a nice little option to be able to click through. You click up on the bars up here, and that will help you to acquire the GPS. I found that if you do this first while sitting stagnant, primarily up on your roof, or while you're prepping and teching the car to get that thing out in the open, you got to be out in open air to be able to get this thing to effectively work. We put them on top of the roof, essentially. Yeah. Like we go and park out there and put it on the roof.
And the problem with Coda is you got that building next to the paddock, which is probably 4 or 5 stories.
Right.
And it creates and that would be to the south. So to the south, it's blocked. So you have to keep walking and moving further out to get out of the shadow of that building. And that's part of the problem we're having because we're always in the paddock.
Once you've acquired the GPS, you can then go back in, click drive, search for your track. It'll do this improving accuracy thing. This is the annoying part a little bit, that it does take a long time to kind of get a lock. You want to kind of get all of these things green or close to green as much as possible.
That's the only place I would accept is right there, because I can see fine there. But then what is it buying me? Like a couple more inches of visibility?
That's probably worth it, a couple inches.
All new suspension.
Does it have an old VIN? Is that what it works out as?
Yeah.
Huh. Everything is new.
But the thing about restored old off-road trucks, they're bringing some big bucks right now.
Really? It looks killer, dude.
Yeah.
So how much horsepower will this have?
That thing's supposed to be 430 horsepower. That's 7.3, but it's it's new brakes, new suspension. So literally, you got an old body, and everything should be pretty much like driving a new one.
You think people actually use these out, like go and off-road in
No,
them? Or
and that's where, as a company, we're gonna start doing some parts, and we're building another frame. I'll show you an inception of this getting built in the other room over there. But I wanna start building some better suspension because
to actually be able to do that?
Yeah, have a cool off-road vehicle, but it's got street suspension, not off-road.
Right.
Fuel lines, brake lines, fuel tank, motor. This is gonna have a T56 6-speed transmission.
Gen 2 Coyote F-150 variant. So it's got a little bit more torque down the low, Custom built
So this will eventually look like that?
Yep. I think he's doing more of a patinaed body though.
Okay.
Like an original paint, but
Yeah.
everything else has been, it'll have new interior, new wiring, new gauges, new steering wheel, steering rack, but it'll still have that old kind of body. He's encouraged me to try to grow the business.
But it's something new, and like what you said, it's a whole new market that you weren't in, so it gives you the ability to grow, and it seems like you've at least gotten a couple, so
Yeah.
that's cool.
T-Rex radius arms are kind of knuckle out.
It looks serious. It's like a full-blown resto mod. I mean, it's basically a brand new car.
And then
Or truck.
it's a 74 Ranger body that's going on this.
Yeah.
So it's green with the white stripes at the bottom. And it's going to be the patinted body, so I mean, he can hang around out and not worry about the body, and everything's solid here.
And what's the name of this business now? Is it still
Badass Motorsports?
Badass Motorsports?
Yeah.
So how long will it take for it till this thing's done? You can put a key in it and drive away.
Body's almost, it's getting bed liner and some rust coating and
Yeah.
stuff like that on it. It's actually, we're gonna take it down tomorrow. The body's going on.
Damn.
And then we'll lay in electric, plumbing and everything on the body, and it's pretty close. So it took us about a month to build this, and that includes fabricating the brackets.
Sure.
Custom fuel lines, everything was bent in the house here. Basically all the bolts are married up with the threads, so that it's real clean.
Maybe another month, 2 months till it's done?
Yeah, I'd say another month it's running.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've been working on this a month. At the same time, our partner down in the Gulf is doing the body.
Oh,
So, it's kind of bring it all together.
perfect.
Not a bad little project.
Well done, boys. Looks killer.